And this is Sports Today, live from our studio here in Oka. Very good morning to you. Of course, time for us to reincarnate the spirit of the weekend. Sport is life, it never stops, and so do we. My name is Ike Mwokede, and a whole lot going down in the world of sports. We expect a busy weekend filled with lots of football action. We'll tell you about match day 13 of the Nigeria Professional Football League, action across the country. We'll also be telling you about a certain Henry Chukwuemeka Onyekuru. He's set to feature for his club in the playoff. We'll tell you if he is back fully fit for his team. We'll also be going to Brazil and tell you about the president of the Brazilian Football Federation. Del Nero is in the news for the wrong reasons, and of course we'll talk a little bit about the draws for the Europa League and the Champions League coming up later today. I'm not alone in the house. Joshua Ikoko League, the guys with me in the house today. Joshua, good to have you on the show once more. Sports Today, the Friday edition.
Definitely power-packed weekend we're going to experience, and of
power-packed indeed.
In Lyon, Switzerland, the headquarters of the UEFA. That's basically the supreme body of European football. The UEFA Champions League, and of course UEFA Europa League draws for the quarterfinals coming up in a fortnight. Let's get ready to rumble.
Let's get ready to rumble. Now straight to business. Let's start with the Nigeria Professional Football League. Matches are lined up today. 10 matches in total from the different match centers. We'll reel out the fixtures for you. We'll tell you the centers where those games will be happening, and we'll now stick to our talking point. Katsina United Heartland is happening at the stadium out there in Katsina. It's Nasarawa United Lobby Stars. Watch out for that game out there at the Lafayette Township Stadium. At Rivers United, the Yakubu Gowon Stadium will host Akwa United. Abia Warriors will play Wiki Tourists. Moko, the adopted ground of Abia Warriors. That's where Go Round FC play. But they will be playing the Academy Warriors will host FC Fanyoba, and the officials and the team are already on their way to Maiduguri for that game. Plateau United at the New Jos Stadium will take on Kwara United. The Scano Pillars hosting Niger Tornadoes at the Sani Abacha Stadium. Sunshine Stars, yes, they are back in Akure, and they will be playing Yobe Disasters. We'll talk about that team. Enyimba International, yes, will take on a Go Round FC. That game is happening at the UJ Suene Stadium in Calabar. Rangers International, MFM, another mouth-watering encounter. Let's talk about Sunshine Stars, Yobe Disasters. A whole lot happening right now in Sunshine Stars. Is the Sunshine Stars right now a team that seems to be in turmoil? 3 points we are docked from them. Now Duke Udewe here has stepped aside as the coach of the side. He's no longer the coach of the team, according to reports we're hearing from the Ondo State Football Association. One-time coach of Rangers International, Giwa FC, and he did a whole lot of keeping the team in place to be afloat in the Nigeria Professional Football League at the end of the 2016-2017 season. Right now, we hear he stepped aside right now for another coach, a certain Henry, coming into the picture. What do you make of the drama we are seeing out there at Sunshine Stars?
Well, the Ondo State Sports Federation and of course the Sports Ministry need to keep their acts in order. Duke Udi was either told to step down for gross misconduct or step aside due to insubordination.
And again, you use the word former. That's the report you are seeing. If you are telling someone to step aside and you use the word former in a press release, that tells you you're relieving the person of his appointment.
Probably, coach, the life of a coach, you either get sacked or waiting for someone to take over from someone else.
And he's been owed backlog of salary.
They are 17th on the log. Duke Udi really took them from the relegation zone, kept them in the MPFL last season, sure. And right now they are looking for Henry Abiodun, who reports having that he doesn't even want to take over the job. He was this month's Sunshine Stars manager. He led the club to the CAF Confederations Cup semi-final in 2011. Led them to the CAF Champions League semi-final in 2012. But right about now, he doesn't want to take the job because he's not interested in the whole backstage politics going on in Nakure.
Let's talk about the professional side of it right now. You're talking about relieving a manager. He has backlogs of salaries you've not paid him, bonuses, and a whole lot of things going down. Why can't you run things professionally? Why can't you hear words like the manager leaves on a mutual consent? You don't want him to go.
Well, whether he's
outstanding benefit, 1 year contract is signed for you. Right now, he has gone to the media. It's almost the same situation where we had Rangers with Imama Mapakabo, and we almost had the same situation with Kwara United and John Obu also.
Well, whether he's leaving via mutual consent, the bottom line is he's no longer with Sunshine Stars. As right now, Sunshine Stars don't even have a manager
using that word step aside
to prosecute that game against Yobe Desert Stars, and it's a bad one for Sunshine Stars going against the team like Yobe Desert Stars in the top 3 of the MPFL. So I probably think that Dick Udi should be. My own concern is that Dick Udi should be paid his arrears. That's the most important thing. Whether he was sacked, whether he was told to step aside, whether it was an issue of mutual consent, it's not my business with the whole politics. But right about now, Dick Udi needs, things need to be done as regards paying of people's salary arrears.
When you talk about the Nigeria professional football, you talk
Sunshine
about the
Sunshine Stars had this issue with their players, registering some players for the start of the season.
Of course, we had
this issue. So
former players had to come in and disrupt the training of the present squad, and that's actually abysmal.
It's abysmal
if it's happening at this very point in time. A professional club being owned by the state, being bankrolled by the state government, we can even see
what's happening with Plateau United. Their game on Sunday against Etoile du Sahel, they will not be playing in the MPFL due to their game against Etoile du Sahel. It's now going to be in Kano State. It's no longer going to be in Plateau.
You ask yourself how CAF initially approved the stadium to host the game, but all of a sudden now you have Etoile du Sahel coming, and all of a sudden the game will be moved to Kano.
Should have even complained in the first place. That stadium is not worthy of hosting an MPFL game.
No, the stadium is not worthy to host an MPFL game, but it hosted the preliminary stage of the CAF Champions League.
They did host the preliminary stage.
So why can't he host now?
We should just get our acts in order. That's what it's. That's
Who needs to get his acts in order?
Nigerian clubs, the NFF clubs should get their acts in order. You can't be hosting a match in that kind of a stadium.
It's a stadium that was approved by CAF.
Why you can't even approve it in the first place?
This is more like double standard for me. Now you approve a stadium to host a match. Now getting to the second round.
Actually, don't blame CAF. Actually, don't blame CAF. If you don't complain, if you don't enforce your rights,
is the Sani Abacha Stadium fit to host CAF?
Definitely. The Sani Abacha Stadium hosts Super Eagles matches, hosts Chan Eagles games. If you don't put your
to that stadium, I don't see a press galleria there.
There's no press galleria. We don't have a press center. We don't have a press center. We don't have a press center at the cathedral in Enugu. We don't have a standard press center. We don't have a standard press center in our own Uyo that are the next of champions. So the Uyo Stadium itself, if we look at it at the international level, it's not even fit to host a Super Eagles game.
Natural turf or artificial turf?
Well, it's artificial turf.
If it's artificial turf, then it's not fit to host
it's artificial turf.
It's not accepted.
It's artificial turf, but it's the only option that we have right now, unless for Plateau United start playing in Abuja, which is no longer green, or in Uyo.
A lot of skirmishes are
skirmishes
not healthy for Nigerian football, and something has to be done at the interim to settle this well, and of course, let's have our football.
Long and short, I just wish all the 4 teams participating in the CAF Interclub competition. Anybody seems to have qualified for the playoff round.
It's done and dusted.
I just
we can
wish
beat that
all of them
for
good
Plateau
luck
United
and
with this change right now.
Definitely.
It may have to affect the team psychological. You talk about MFM playing MC Algiers 2-1 scoreline in Nigeria here. They are going to Algiers where they will have a hostile reception there right now for MFM.
It's part of football. It's part of football. I think Aqua United are lucky that Al-Ali Tripoli played in Sfax, not actually in Tripoli due to the ongoing unrest in Libya. So coming back to their home ground, I think they should just score like 2 or 3-0 and qualify for the playoff round. For the CAF Confederation Cup participants, they still have one more round before the group stage.
They have one more round before the group stage. We'll keep you posted as regards to the development of Nigeria club side and the CAF Interclub competition. Let's hope that the 4 teams get into the group stage, the morning spinning stage of this championship. Let's talk about Henry Onyekuru Chukwuemeka. He's set to play in the Belgium playoff right now. Super Eagles attacker Henry Onyekuru, he has made 2 appearances for the Super Eagles. I say that he's expected to return to Anderlecht next month when the Belgian League playoff begins. And Onyekuru, who has been at Everton training ground for some weeks, is expected to come back to the team. He's a product of the Aspire Academy, made 57 appearances, left there, went to UPenn, had some couple of appearances there. I think he also made 57 appearances also there with massive 28 goals there. And then he was signed by Everton. He's been sent on loan now to Anderlecht, where he has made 19 appearances with 9 goals right now, and players are right now agitating for a place in the Super Eagles squad right now. He's not going to be part of the friendlies against Poland and against Serbia, but he has a chance of getting into the Super Eagles side for the World Cup.
Definitely, he was part of the team set up for the qualifiers, and it's a great run for Henry Onyekuru. He needs to get some playing time. He has been injured for the past 3 months, which is why he's not in the team list for the games against Serbia and Poland. But basically, it's a great run for he was was the last season's highest goal scorer in the Belgian Jupiler Pro League. And right about now, Angels finished second in the regular league, and they just have to play the playoffs and try and see if they can annex the title once again. They won the title last season, and probably Henry Onyekuru could be signing off the season with a gold medal in the Belgian Jupiler Pro League.
Belgian Jupiler Pro League. Henry Onyekuru, wish you all the best in your career. Let's go to Brazil before we wind off the show with the UEFA Champions League and the UEFA Europa League. Let's talk about the president of the Brazilian Football Federation a whole lot right now. That man seems to be in soup, and FIFA Ethics Committee seems to have extended his ban to 45 days extra. He had 90 bans previously, but right now it's been extended to 45 days right now. He's been accused of corruption in football. He's also been accused of money laundering and racketeering. We hear that issue right now is being extended to 45 days, and FIFA Ethics Committee said they are doing this to complete their inquiry, and then we may have the final sledgehammer coming down on him. Let's see how it goes for them. I hope that man Marco Polo Del Nero will come out of that situation right now. Let's talk about the UEFA Champions League and the UEFA Europa League. We saw the results of the Europa League. I have to inform you that the draws will be made. Lokomotiv Moscow, yes, Lokomotiv Moscow lost 1-5 to Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid are through 1-8 on aggregate. It was Marseille 2, Athletic Bilbao 1. Marseille qualified 5-2 on aggregate. It was Lazio 2, Dinamo Kiev 0, and Lazio qualified 4-2 on aggregate. It was Victoria Pleasant 2, Sporting Lisbon 1, and Sporting Lisbon are through to the quarterfinals. Courtesy of a 3-2 aggregate win. Zenit St. Petersburg 1, Leipzig 1, and then Leipzig are through 3-2 on aggregate. It was Arsenal 3, AC Milan 1, Arsenal qualified 5-1 on aggregate, and Lyon 2, CSK Moscow 3. And I can tell you that CSK Moscow qualified 3-all. And the Salzburg 0, Dortmund 0. That was a shocking result of that one for the Europa League, the second tier. 2-1 on aggregate. It ended. Most people were expecting that Borussia Dortmund will be a team that will progress, and then we could have a formidable team of Atletico Madrid, Athletic Bilbao, who were knocked out, and then Borussia Dortmund and Arsenal for a mouth-watering maybe quarterfinal to the semi-final level. It wasn't to be. We're expecting the draws, big draws coming up. In the Champions League, we'll have 2 English teams, Manchester City, Liverpool. In Spain, 3 teams, Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Sevilla. We'll have a certain Bayern Munich who's not 100% convincing this season. And in Italy, Roma, Juventus. If you are to actually make your picks in the draw for the Champions League and the Europa League, what would be your pick?
Well, all 8 teams, all 16 teams deserve to be in the quarterfinals. 4 from Spain, still in European competitions. 3 from England. I probably think that Spain are still number 1.
I think Tottenham also is the only team that we are hard done by.
No, I would even say Chelsea we are hard done by because of.
I don't think Chelsea we are hard done by. 3-0 beating. It was a comfortable scoreline.
It was a comfortable scoreline, but it's against Barcelona and Chelsea.
Whether against Barcelona, they had a chance to win the game 3-1. They didn't do that.
Chelsea are not really the Chelsea that we know, and Thibaut Courtois was not on fine form. No excuse for Chelsea. But
you're making excuses already for them.
I'm going to put the blame on Man United the most, because United really should have qualified against Sevilla.
Why do you think United should have qualified?
They are more illustrious side than Sevilla.
And
they were at home. They have not even lost at home except to Manchester City. This is Mourinho's third loss at home.
When Arsenal played at AC Milan, beat them by 2 goals to. They played a 0-0 scoreline, and then it was at a hybrid, and it went there out there and
it's part of football. So like I'm still saying,
everything happens in football.
Everything happens in football. Man United are the ones that should bow their heads in shame. Chelsea, I wouldn't say Chelsea went out at least to Barcelona, not Man United to Sevilla.
But not in a respectable fashion.
Whether respectable or not respectable, United should have done better right about now. But basically, all the 8 teams in the tournament, congratulations to them. They all deserve to be in the quarterfinal, and definitely we hope that we'll see interesting matchups in when the draws are made in Lyon, Switzerland.
That's just about it. Of course, the draws for the Champions League is by 12 today, and the Europa League is by 1. Thank you very much for joining me on Sports Today. Josh, thank you very much for being here on the show.
Definitely, it's lovely being part of the show.
Sports is life, it never stops, and so do we. Keep on sporting and do the needful whenever you do that. Good morning to you, and have a lovely weekend.